Welcome to CrashRacer. Today we're playing Wreckfest and we're going to do some more online racing, starting with a race at the Madman Stadium. 3 C-class races today, and I'm going to be using the Speedbird for this one. 12 laps around here, all 16 vehicles, figure of 8 circuit, and I am getting spun. I'm desperately trying to turn into it. I've managed to save it and not get spun round. Of course that's wasted a lot of time, but that's not too bad on a figure of 8 circuit with 12 laps. There's no rush. There's going to be plenty of action, swapping and changing, I'm sure. And the school bus is over. No, it's back up onto 4 wheels. Real good mixture of vehicles is. As you can see, it's the special vehicles are included, so people have chosen things like the school bus, the motorhome. Not taken too much damage yet, but it's early days. Of course, as the field spreads out, there's going to be more chaos. Managing to stay out the worst of it at the moment. Whoa, car stopped out the way. Thought I'd got a good run around the inside, and the school bus has clearly decided that whether they were always, oh, stop pushing me into the side, what are you doing? Yeah, the school buses, whether they were already from the start deciding they were going to start going around the opposite way and blocking people, I don't know, or whether it's because they had a bad start, they've now decided to, I don't know, but that's going to be something to watch out for. So, whoa, yep, they've stopped in the middle of the crossover. Fortunately, we got a good view of that before most of the others could take avoiding action, and we're up into 4th place now. There's the school bus just coming out of ghost mode ahead of us, and we're up into 3rd. So that car that was crashed on the inside was for position. I didn't realise. Whoa, car's coming, need to pick a gap. I think that bus might have done us a favour there actually. I think they held up some of the others coming around the inside of this hearse and nicked this position as well. Whoa, again we've managed to find a route round the outside, up the inside of this limo then. That is the leader directly ahead, and we are closing in. Just coming up to the halfway stage of the race. Oh, big crash. Come on, out the way. Yeah, that was a little bit unfortunate. Leader went straight into that wrecked car. Unfortunately, by the time I saw it, my wheels were off the ground and there was nothing I could do. That was a massive wipe out there. We're back in almost behind the leader, just a back market in the way. They're pretty damaged, that car in front. Again, more cars coming on the crossover. We can slip inside though. Right, can we get up the inside of this one? Use it to run round. Oh, cars come in. Whoa, yeah, couldn't find the gap. Fortunately, car stayed straight as we got shoved sideways. That's allowed the leader to now get about 3 seconds ahead. Ooh, again, that was close on the crossover. Really hard now. The field is just totally spread out. Oh, there's been a crash there though, and I think the leader's there. Yeah, and we've managed to pick a gap through the middle somehow, and we're up into the lead then. I think this is the first time in the whole race we've been in the lead. Managed to get across the crossover okay this time. It's really tricky, the cars are just so spread out. That motorhome looks in a bit of a mess. Oh, we've got 3 cars coming. Can we get a gap? Thought I could sneak in front. That is a big crash. That is not good at all. We have actually still got quite a lot of damage left, despite the fact the car is an absolute mess. But now 2nd place is really close and behind. And we've got hit again. And there goes the 2nd place up into the lead. And they've caught the inside of the barrier actually. So we are immediately back up into 1st place. That was really fortunate. They should have been off and away, but yeah, made a mess of the very next corner. I mean, their car looked very damaged as well, so it could be they're having trouble controlling the car. Right, can we get a crossover clean? Yes, that's the first one in a while. Really got very unlucky with some of the crossovers, I think. Right, now we've got a gap. Big crash ahead. We need to avoid that. Just need to finish this lap then. 2nd place is only a couple of seconds behind. We need to get across here clean. Can't afford to brake just to let the other cars come past. And we just need to get over the middle. Here's the finish. Car's in the way, but it doesn't matter if we get hit. We're across the finish line and a win. 20.4 second fastest lap for ourselves then. That was the fastest lap, and by quite a way, but around the figure of 8 that doesn't always make any difference. On to today's second race then, and we're going to be at the Bonebreaker Valley. For this one I've chosen the Dominator. I quite enjoy using this car on this track. It seems to work quite well. It's got a good ground clearance. Of course it's strong, and I've got it reasonably well armoured, but it's still got a little bit of pace about it as well. 6 laps around the Bonebreaker Valley is quite a way. Sure, there's going to be some cars that don't finish. Just got to try and make sure we're not one of them. These corners here, of course, as you turn back, are always a very likely place to get hit from the side and rolled over. Whoops, round you go. Okay, let's follow these cars round. Pretty good first lap then, in touch with the leaders and in a nice little gap, and at the moment the field's not too spread out, so hopefully we don't get too many cars coming back the opposite way. That won't last long though, give it just another half lap or so, and yeah, there'll be cars coming all directions. We're up the inside of the limo here, are we? Hold your breath as you come down here. I hope there's no cars coming. Can we use this one to get up the inside of? Yep. Just got to watch they don't try and spin us as we leap into the air. Whoa, nearly got rolled over. Again, Dominator is pretty good. Obviously a heavy car, so it doesn't roll too easily. And again, we're sort of neck and neck with the limo as we come over the top of the ramp again. Tried to just maybe spin them there, but couldn't. Over we come then for the start of lap 4, halfway stage. Can we... oh, they've gone the other way. I was going to say, can we run around the inside exactly like we did on the last lap, but they suddenly changed direction. We're possibly up into second. We'll see as cars come across from the left. Yeah, we are up into second place. Back down to third again. It's hard to tell with the cars going the 2 different directions. There's the leader though. Here's second, and it is the limo, so they've overtaken the other car that was second place. Again, neck and neck as we come down. Managed to get a little bit lucky there, missing the oncoming traffic. Whoa, not that one though. Car spinning around in the middle of the track. What's the lead like? It's only about 3 seconds. There's the leader there going off to the left. Limo's coming to the right. We'll do the same. Can we go up the inside here? We should be able to. And they've slid the back end round as well, so that's allowed us to get past up into second place. Whoa, damn, immediately lost it though with the head on coming over the top of that ramp. I'm not sure that was a good tactic actually. I think coming over the top of these ramps as we come round here, I think it's normally a good idea to try and keep it over to the side. So as we come across here, I'm going to steer it right and stay over to the right, at least until I see what's coming over the top of the ramp. But that big ramp now, I think, because of the tactic I'm using and that other people use, I think that big ramp that we're now coming up to is probably best to just send it straight over to the middle rather than trying to get it to the edges. So you've got to watch these cars coming over the jumps here. But yeah, winners through though, and we are going to get a third place. Not a bad result, 31.5 second fastest lap. Not the fastest, but competitive enough. A lot of very similar lap times actually. Third and final race today then is going to be at the Furwood Motor Centre. For this one I've switched into the Roadslayer GT. 6 laps around here, 13 of us in the race, and someone has gone for a harvester and we can slip round the back. And if we can get a good run around the inside of this corner, someone's managed to push their way through. Yep, that's the way to do it. Reasonable start though, at least. We're up in the mid-pack and sort of at the back of this lead group, which is not a bad place to be. Got to brake hard into this left-hand corner, and we can slip up the inside here and make a couple of places. There's a car, I think it was a Rocket, got it a little bit wrong. Obviously messed themselves up, but also then took out a few cars outside, and that's put us up into third place behind these lead 2. Right ahead of us. A little bit of a gap back to that chasing group now. Just easing off in our brake as we hit the tarmac. Oh, and that car spun sideways. Can push up the inside. We didn't spin them, they were already spun. and we are up the inside of the leader as well, so we're going to be in first place as we cross the line for the end of the first lap. Really good first lap then. How close is that car behind? Not quite close enough to be able to take us out, and there's a couple, about 2 or 3 dots on the map that look to have gone very wide, so I think there's been a bit of a coming together, and we've already now got about a 3-second lead. Really enjoyed racing the Roadslayer GT. I think it's a good C-class car. It's a pretty well balanced car, very good handling, quite easy to drive, got a reasonable amount of pace. Might not be one of the very top ones, but it's a good one. Brake hard, turn it in, try and get a nice tight line. I've just drifted slightly wide there. That started off being an okay corner, but really you want to get your tyres onto obviously the tarmac as quick as you can, rather than allowing the car to drift wide onto the mud where there's less grip. Just got to watch the second place, sorry, it's still only a couple of seconds behind, so they are keeping us honest for the moment at least. Third and fourth are slightly further back, 5-6 seconds, something like that. Nice line round there though. Second still in fairly close. Just don't want to make any silly mistakes at this point. While we've got a nice clear track ahead of ourselves, just want to set some really nice fast laps, really try and string the pack out, hopefully of course break away from all the cars, but even if we can just string all the others out so that it's you're not fighting with every car for the win come the end. Halfway stage then, start of lap 4. Just got a bit of a bump there as we came across the finish line. That's brought us in a little bit close to this corner, but that's fine as long as we keep a good tight line round the corner. Just trying to watch out for back markers. This is quite a good place on the map to spot them because of the way the track bends round. There's a car off to the left that's going to be rejoining. Apart from that, I can't see any of the back markers, and we're past quite quickly. Didn't hold us up at all. And as I say, I think we've got a clear track ahead of us now for a while. Managed to extend that lead to about 5 seconds now, back to second place. Third and fourth actually have a sort of keeping pace as well. They're still about 6 seconds behind. I thought we might have broken away and extended that lead, but they're still in there, so that is going to be a fantastic battle for second place by the look of it. Much as it's would nice to be in a battle like that, I'm quite happy to be out here on the front if we can grab this win for this final race today. Cut that corner quite a lot, just got to watch because you can lose a bit of speed like we did there though. And cutting tight on this corner. Allow it to drift slightly to the left, but not too much because we need to get into the apex of this corner. That's a slightly better corner. Wheels onto the tarmac much quicker that time. Okay, over the line we come. Start of the last lap. Still nothing visible on the map directly ahead of us, and we have still got about 6 second, 5 second lead, something like that, back to second place. Second and third it looks like are having a great battle. Fourth place has dropped away. Really enjoyable races again. Of course, the Bone Breaker Valley is always great fun for racing. You never know what's going to happen on that one. And the figure of 8 races as well. I always enjoy those because again, there's so much action, and in the figure of 8 race, you're never out of it because there's always a good chance the leaders are going to get taken out. So all you've got to do is try and stick in there. But we are going to get a win here. Final win of the day. Over the line we come. And a fastest lap of 52.132. Let's see if anyone was able to match that. And indeed they were. There was a buggy who finished in second place in the end, who was about 3/4 of a second quicker than ourselves. So fantastic lap by them. Well, that's the end of this video. I really hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give it a like and subscribe, and see you soon.